Hi, so today we are going to talk about the distributive property, or we can call it to distribute. That's what we do when we are working on pre-algebra or any type of solving two-step or multi-step equations. So to know you have to distribute, your problem is going to look a little bit like this, okay? All right, so whenever you have a number right next to a parentheses here, that means that you're going to have to multiply those. And what we're going to do is we are going to multiply this number on the outside to every number on the inside. So just to make it a short one here, we're going to multiply this 2 times 2, and then we're going to multiply this 2 times this 3x here. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then 2 times 3x is going to equal 6x. So your answer is now 4 plus 6x. That's all there is to it. A few complications with this could be that we have it on one side here, and you have it like this here, okay? This means the same thing. Anytime we have this two parentheses together, it still means the same thing. It still means that we are going to multiply this. So instead of going the other way, we're going to multiply this here, and we're going to multiply this here. So -2 times a -2 gives us a +4, and a -2 times a 6x is going to give us a -12x. So therefore, our answer is 4 minus 12x. Okay, that's one of the complications. Another complication could be that you have your negative numbers in here that could cause you some problems. So let's say we have a -2 and 5x. Okay. Now you're thinking, what is there to distribute? Well, if we look at, let me write this a little smaller here so I have some room. So we have a negative and then -2, -5x. If we look at a negative as a -1, right? Now we have something to distribute through here. So you would distribute a -1 here and distribute a -1 here. And when I say distribute, I mean multiply it. So we have a -1 times a -2, and that's going to give us a +2. You have a -1 times a -5x, and that's going to give us a +5x. Okay, so now you have just distributed the negative sign through this thing. Now, if you notice, you basically just flipped the signs. Okay, this was a negative and it will be a positive. This was a negative, it'll be a positive. Okay, so let's do it with a few extra numbers. Let's say like we have a few extra numbers here. So let's do 5, 7 minus 2x plus 2. Okay, now what do? I have all these numbers in here. It's going to be the same concept. You're still going to multiply this towards each one of these numbers. This number on the outside must be multiplied by each number on the inside. So you have 5 times 7, and that's 35. And then you have 5 times a -2x, and that's going to give you a -10x. And then let's do the last one, 5 times a +2, and that would give you a +10. So your answer would be 35 -10x plus 10. Then your next step would probably be to combine your like terms here so that you could come up with an even more simplified answer, okay? Which would be bring this down, -10x, because it doesn't have a like term. And then we're going to add our 35 and our 10, and we would get 45. So our overall answer, after we've simplified it to the fullest, would be -10x plus 45. Okay, I hope this makes sense for distributive property. If you have any questions, let me know.